So, hi guys, welcome back to the third T20 match between Afghanistan and West Indies. It is happening at the same stadium, the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. And today, for a change, Afghanistan have won the toss and elected to bowl first themselves. So, I think they're trying to test themselves to see how they will be chasing today. West Indies are batting first today. And both teams have made a few changes to their 11. We'll come to that. For now, Brandon King and Johnson Charles are opening the batting for West Indies. And Mujibur Rahman has the new ball in his hand. He's going to be bowling the first over for Afghanistan. And we are all in readiness here. Brandon King is on strike. Afghanistan have already won the series 2-0. So this is only a dead rubber as far as this series is concerned. But obviously, West Indies will want to win this game and end this series on a high and try and take some confidence going into the T20 World Cup. Here we go, first ball. And that's a tossed up delivery. Brandon King drives it straight to covers. Dot ball to start the over. The West Indies will want to try and win this game and try and take some confidence going into the T20 World Cup, which is coming up in another few weeks' time. So every match is important in preparation for that World Cup. It's another full delivery and Brandon King drives it down the ground to long on and gets off the mark with a single. So look at the changes that both teams have made to their playing 11 today. Kesey Carty, Shamar Springer and Justin Greaves are playing today for West Indies. Ali Catanese, Evan Lewis and Shamar Joseph have been dropped. And I think that's a good decision because Justin Greaves and Shamar Springer, they have the capability to score with the bat and also bowl with the ball. So I think that is a very, very good decision. A good changes by West Indies. That's flicked away again by Johnson Charles. Straight to mid-wicket. Another dot ball. And coming to the changes made by Afghanistan, they have made some brave changes. Actually, Noor Ahmed, Azmatullah Omarzai and Fazal Haq Farooqi, three of their big players have been dropped today. And Shahidullah Kamal, Ziaur Rahman and Abdullah Ahmad Zai are playing today in the 11. And rightly so, I think, because Afghanistan have already won the series. So they're just trying to test their bench strength a little bit. As Charles gives himself room, goes straight back down the ground, straight back past the bowler. It won't go for 4 though. Long on comes around, does well. And Johnson Charles gets off the mark with a single. So good start here from Mujibur Rahman. He picked up a hat-trick yesterday, if anyone remembers. Hat-trick and he bowled really well yesterday. Pick of the bowlers. So he has also been in good form. Afghanistan spinners have been in really good form actually. And they'll have real confidence going into the T20 World Cup. That is for sure. Last ball of the over coming up. That's on the stumps again. Brandon King defends it back to the bowler. In fact, still, defends it back to the bowler. So just 2 runs came from that over. And West Indies are now 2 without loss after 1 over. So good start here from Afghanistan. West Indies obviously have firepower in their batting, but their batting has disappointed a little bit. If you look at the head-to-head between these two teams, it's equal, 5-5. But West Indies haven't won a T20 match at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium till now. They have played 6 matches at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium and they have lost all 6 of them, including 2 matches in this series. So West Indies will really want to break that drought today. And in all honesty, West Indies have the capability of breaking that drought. It is just that they're not able to handle the pressure situations. They're not able to get off to good starts when they bat. As we see Ziaur Rahman, the new bowler into the attack, starts with a dot ball. Johnson Charles swinging and missing. So a quiet start again from the West Indian openers. Second ball of the over coming up from Ziaur Rahman. And that's punched away by Johnson Charles. Straight to covers though. Can't take the single. Another dot ball here. Mujibur Rahman is second in the list of most wickets in the power play in T20 cricket. Obviously, at number 1 is Shakib Al Hassan, a legend of Bangladesh cricket. But now Bangladesh cricket is themselves in turmoil now. So I don't know what to say about all those things. Anyways, we'll come back to the present situation. It's just a breaking news actually. Bangladesh have boycotted the T20 World Cup and Scotland are replacing them in the upcoming T20 World Cup, which is not a good sign at all as far as cricket is concerned. For the first time in cricket history, a team is boycotting an ICC tournament, that to a World Cup. It's a big tournament which they are boycotted. It's a huge decision, a huge thing has happened actually. Scotland will be playing the T20 World Cup. What an opportunity this is for a team like Scotland, who thought that they are not going to be playing the World Cup. They are now on their way to India to play the T20 World Cup in place of Bangladesh. Unbelievable turnaround of events as far as Scotland are concerned. Oh, that's an outside edge. It's gone over the fielders. That will go 1 bounce and into the boundary for 4 towards deep third man. I think Johnson Charles was looking to hit it leg side, but he has managed to slice it. It's gone over third man, and the first boundary of the innings. It comes on the bat of Johnson Charles. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. 5th ball of the over coming up. Oh, it's on the stumps and Johnson Charles drives it down the ground to mid-on. Another dot ball from Ziaur Rahman. We still have Kesey Carty, Shimron Hetmeyer, Quinton Sampson, Matthew Ford, Justin Greaves. They're batting deep today. With the inclusion of Justin Greaves and Shamar Springer, West Indies are batting deep today. But again, with the kind of talent that West Indies are having, I just feel that they are wasting their own talent actually. Rovman Powell, Jason Holder, Romario Shepherd, they all should have been playing this series. I mean, you're preparing for a marquee event like the T20 World Cup. So this is the bilateral series are the best way to test yourself with the full strength team, but I don't know why they are all not selected for the series. Let's cut away again, straight to covers. Another dot ball to finish the over. So good over from Ziaur Rahman. Just 4 runs came from that over, and West Indies are now 6 without loss after 2 overs. So Mujibur Rahman continuing into the attack, and that's driven away again by Brandon King, straight to point, doesn't take the single. Another dot ball to start the over. So again Brandon King starting very slowly. We saw this yesterday also, where he started very slowly and then tried to accelerate. He goes over the top now. And it's gone over covers for 6. What a shot. Clean shot there from Brandon King. I was just talking about him starting slowly, but it's capitalized on that. The first 6 of this innings tossed up outside the off stump and punished by Brandon King. This time it's a quicker delivery, and Brandon King flicks it away towards mid-wicket and picks up another single. Johnson Charles is back on strike. And now Charles gives himself room. Was looking to go over the top of the offside, but the bat turned in his hand. And he's hit it down the ground to long on, and he picks up another single. So 8 runs have come from the first 4 balls in this over. Still 2 balls left. This time another quicker delivery darted in onto the pads, and Brandon King flicks it away towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. So 9 runs have come from this over. Still 1 ball left. The last ball of the over coming up. Cuts it away in the air, and taken is it. No, it's not carried, as it? Or it's been put down, I think. I think it's been put down. So, I mean, I'm not clear. I mean, no reactions from any of the Afghanistan players. I thought that carried to the fielder there. Need to have a look at the replay of that one. But anyways, a dot ball to finish the over. So 9 runs came from that over. And West Indies are now 15 without loss after 3 overs. So Ziaur Rahman now continuing into his second over. It's on the pads again. Brandon King flicks it away towards square leg and picks up another single. I think it just fell short of point there. Last ball of the previous over. And that would have been that would have not been a good start for West Indies if Charles had got out there. So Johnson Charles is back on strike. Second ball of the over coming up. And he goes big. That's in the slot, and that's Miles back. Miles back into the crowd for 6. They don't bowl in the slot to this man. He's so strong, Johnson Charles. And the second 6 in this innings. First 6 for Johnson Charles. What a shot that was from Johnson Charles there. Right in the slot for him to be hit. Fourth ball of the over coming up. And it's the third ball of the over. That's a short ball. It's pulled away. It's in the gap again. Fielder comes around, does well. And Johnson Charles picks up another couple of runs here. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. Johnson Charles is back on strike. It's full again. A little bit of an inside edge. Bat turned in his hand. It's going towards deep mid wicket. And they'll push for another couple of runs. That's good running between the wickets from Johnson Charles. Another couple of runs. So 2 more deliveries left in this over, showing the men's T20 World Cup groups. New Zealand, South Africa, Afghanistan, Canada and UAE are in one group. But I think New Zealand and South Africa are favourites to qualify from that group, surely. Afghanistan, though, they'll try their best, but I think New Zealand and South Africa are really good. They should be good enough to defeat Afghanistan and go to the next round. As we see a short ball there, Johnson Charles lets it go. No signal from the umpire, I think. So it is a dot ball. So 11 runs have come from this over, still one ball left. There's also another group which has England, West Indies, Bangladesh, Nepal and Italy, Men's T20 World Cup. But dare I say, Bangladesh have boycotted the T20 World Cup of 2026 now. I mean, today it's official. So Scotland will be in that group. It will be England, West Indies, Scotland, Italy and Nepal in that particular group. So things are taking a drastic turn. Last ball of the over, pulled away by Charles down towards deep mid-wicket, and Johnson Charles picks up another single to finish the over. 12 runs came from that over, and West Indies are now 27 without loss after 4 overs. Still long batting left for West Indies. We all saw what Hetmeyer can do yesterday. Almost Shimron Hetmeyer and Brandon King almost pulled out the impossible yesterday, the way they were hitting those sixes. But unfortunately, another collapse towards the end meant that West Indies lost it yesterday. But definitely they are showing some promise. As the new bowler into the attack now, Shahidullah is the new bowler into the attack, and he's bowled him first ball. Charles giving himself room, looking to go for the expansive shot there. Has lost his middle stump in the process. And finally Afghanistan get the breakthrough. It's a huge wicket actually, because Johnson Charles, we all know how dangerous he can be. And it was just a rash shot from Johnson Charles there. And I think, they say, isn't it, don't play head high shots. Keep your head, watch the ball and then hit the ball. And I think Johnson Charles was lacking in that aspect. So Shahidullah Kamal comes into the attack and gets the breakthrough. Johnson Charles is out for a run of ball 17, and West Indies are now 27 for 1 after 4.1 overs. So Kesey Carty is the new batter to the crease for West Indies. He has scored 70 runs in 8 matches so far. Not so good average and strike rate, but definitely a very capable batter, Kesey Carty. Second ball of the over coming up from Shahidullah Kamal. Quicker delivery. Punched down the ground by Shahidullah Kamal towards long on and gets off the mark with a single. Kesey Carty punches it down the ground to long on and gets off the mark with a single. So much needed breakthrough there for Afghanistan. Charles was looking to hit it too hard, I guess. A wild shot there, and he's lost his middle stump. So Brandon King is back on strike. Third ball of the over coming up. Quicker delivery driven again down the ground to long off, and Brandon King picks up another single. This time it's tossed up again. Kesey Carty drives it down the ground. Misfield at mid-off. But I think it will only be a single still. This time Brandon King comes down the wicket, goes over the top. That's all the way for 6. They're seeing a shift in the approach for Brandon King ever since yesterday. Going for the big shots. He picks up his second six in his innings. Hitting through the line beautifully there, Brandon King. The last ball of the over coming up. It's driven in the air, down the ground to long off. And it beats long off. Into the boundary for 4. So 6 under 4 to finish the over. Just a gentle push from Brandon King. But such is the timing and placement that it's raced away for 4 as well. So 13 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Johnson Charles. And West Indies are now 40 for 1 after 5 overs. So Mujibur Rahman is continuing into his third over, and KC Karti inside edges it towards mid wicket. Again a dot ball to start the over. This time another quicker delivery. KC Karti punches it towards covers. Back to back dot balls to start this over. This time another quicker delivery on the pads and flicked away by KC Karti. Picks up another single. So Mujibur Rahman trying to get through his overs very quickly here. 1 run from the first 3 balls of this over. Still 3 balls left. Brandon King now back on strike. This time driven down the ground again by Brandon King. Picks up another single. I think Mujib is bowling it too quicker through the air today compared to yesterday. Whenever he bowls it too quicker through the air, his chances of taking wickets are reducing. If he needs to slow it down a little bit. He needs to slow his pace down. He cannot be bowling it too quicker through the air. It becomes predictable. See again another quicker delivery, but he's edged it. I think they are appealing for a catch here. Karti was looking to flick it away leg side. Now they're going to go for the review here. It was a very, very strong appeal from both the bowler and the wicket keeper. And I think they have gone upstairs, have they? A strangle down the leg side. That is what they were appealing for. They have gone for the review, so we need to have a look at this one. It is a very, very confident appeal from the bowler and the wicket keeper. The flat line as the ball passes the bat, so I think it should be not out. Clear gap as the ball passes the bat, but somehow Mujibur Rahman and Rahmanullah Gurbaz were super confident. But the decision will remain as not out. So not out it will be, not out it is. So I think Afghanistan have lost their review. Last ball of the over coming up. Another quicker ball. Punched down the ground by KC Karti towards long on and picks up another single to finish the over. 3 runs came from that over. And West Indies are now 43 for 1 after 6 overs. So the power play has been completed. West Indies are now 43 for 1 after 6 overs after the power play. KC Karti has gotten off to a very slow start here, 4 from 7 balls. And Brandon King has hit 2 sixes so far. 2 sixes and 1 boundary for Brandon King. The strike rate of 175. And there's a bowling change every time after the power play. This man brings himself on. Rashid Khan is the new bowler into the attack now for Afghanistan. So Rashid Khan KC Karti will be on strike. Rashid Khan I think will come over the wicket to KC Karti. Here's Rashid Khan. Quicker delivery. Punched away by KC Karti towards covers. And again a dot ball to start the over. Tossed up again. It's flicked away by Karti down towards deep mid wicket. They're pushing for 2. Are they? No, they're not. Just a single for Rashid Khan. Just a single for KC Karti. Single conceded by Rashid Khan. Brandon King now back on strike. Need to keep finding the boundaries. Afghanistan gave targets of 181 and 189 respectively in the first 2 matches at this venue. So West Indies should also target similar kind of targets, but the way they are going right now, it doesn't look as though West Indies will get there, as we see another single from Brandon King. Although we have seen some explosive batting, suddenly a team will bat explosively. KC Karti back on strike, quicker delivery again, flicked away again, straight to mid wicket though. And another dot ball from Rashid Khan. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. Goes for a slog sweep. Not able to make connection properly inside edge towards mid wicket. And another dot ball. The last ball of the over coming up. It's punched away again straight to covers. Another dot ball to finish the over. What an over from Rashid Khan. Just 2 runs came from that over. And West Indies are now 45 for 1 after 7 overs. So I think Abdullah Need to see his full name actually. Abdullah Ahmad Zai is the new bowler into the attack now for Afghanistan. Straight away starts with a dot ball to Brandon King. He's taken 11 wickets so far in his T20 career. He has played 8 matches. Best figures of 3 for 42 for Abdullah Ahmad Zai. So a handy bowler, no doubt about that. Brandon King will surely look for the big shots. Comes down the wicket, swings and misses. There's another dot ball. This West Indies will have to look to avoid a whitewash in this series because that will not give them confidence going into the World Cup after this. It's a short ball, it's pulled away. One hand off the bat, but it doesn't matter. It's all the way for 6. What a shot that is from Brandon King there. Just swatted it, like dismissing it out of his presence. One hand coming off the bat. You talk about Rishabh Pant playing those kind of shots. Now Brandon King is imitating that. 50 comes up for the West Indies. 50 comes up in 7.3 overs. 6 from Brandon King. This time it's full again, it's driven down the ground to mid-off. And another dot ball from Abdullah Ahmad Zai. This time it's full again, it's driven down the ground past mid-off. And that'll run away for 4, yes it will. Beautiful timing from Brandon King. The skipper continuing to time the ball well. 6 and a 4 in this over, moves to 32 now from just 18 balls. Brandon King scored a half century yesterday. He's on batting on 32, not out today. Last ball of the over coming up. And that's flicked away by Brandon King towards deep mid wicket. Are they going to push for 2? No, they are not. Just a single to finish the over. 11 runs came from that over, and West Indies are now 56 for 1 after 8 overs. Rashid Khan now continuing into his second over. Ooh, quicker delivery, little bit of an inside edge. Again a dot ball to start the over. This time he goes for the sweep. Brandon King sweeps it towards deep square leg and picks up another single. Ooh, that's spun back in. Appeal for LBW. But not out is the decision. Googly there from Rashid Khan. He bowls it so well, doesn't he? Master of bowling the googly. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. Goes for a scoop this time. It's towards deep fine leg. Are they going to push for 2? Yes, they will. That's good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs for Creasy Karti, but he hasn't found the boundary till now. And that is building some pressure for the West Indies. Oh, edge there. I think it's just gone past the keeper. Was that a catching opportunity? I'm not quite sure, but Creasy Karti is still struggling here. Has scored only 7 runs from the 15 balls that he has faced. Yep, that was a nick, that was a chance. Keeper should have caught it, but he couldn't catch it there. Last ball of the over coming up. Tossed up. Creasy Karti goes down the ground. Long on in play. And Creasy Karti picks up another single to finish the over. 4 runs came from that over. And West Indies are now 60 for 1 after 9 overs. So Abdullah Ahmad Zai continuing into his second over. I think starts with a wide down the leg side. Given as a wide, isn't it? Or I think it's not. It's not given as a wide. Maybe it brushed the pad on its way to the umpire. So again a dot ball to start the over. Second ball of the over coming up. And he throws his bat at it. It goes past covers. And Creasy Karti will push for another couple of runs. That's good running between the wickets. But he's been struggling today. Creasy Karti not able to get many balls to the middle of his bat. Many deliveries is slicing. That's short this time. It's pulled in the air. Fielder there. Fielder running in. Takes the catch. At deep mid wicket, and that was always on the cards, wasn't it? Abdullah Ahmad Zai gets the breakthrough. Creasy Karti, a very struggling knock. 10 from 19 balls. Finally top edged one. And it's carried down towards deep mid wicket. So a miserable knock from Creasy Karti comes to an end. I think it got too high on him. Was looking for the pull shot. Nothing short, to be honest. Hit it in the air like that, deep mid wicket will come into play, and that is exactly what happened. Second wicket goes down for West Indies. Creasy Karti is out after scoring 10 runs from 19 balls, and West Indies are now 62 for 2 after 9.3 overs. So Justin Greaves is the new batter to the crease. He's been promoted up to number 4. 3 more deliveries left in this over. Huge wicket there of KC Karti. It's also the time for the drinks break. So we come to the end of the drinks break, and Mohammad Nabi is the new bowler into the attack now for Afghanistan, and Brandon King punches it down the ground and picks up another single to start the over. Justin Greaves is back on strike. Current run rate 6.39. Second ball of the over coming up. And another quicker ball. Justin Greaves guides it past point. They'll push for 2 here for sure. Good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs from Justin Greaves. Just look at that number there. Mohammad Nabi, 41 years of age. Still going strong, still giving his best for Afghanistan cricket. Third ball of the over coming up. Goes for a reverse sweep, not able to make connection. Another dot ball from Mohammad Nabi. Ooh, goes for the sweep again. A little bit of an under edge. Back to the bowler. Another dot ball. And I think now Nabi is changing angle, looking to come around the wicket to Justin Greaves. Ooh, slow through the air. Beautiful bowling. Justin Greaves punches it down the ground to long on. Picks up another single. Brandon King is back on strike. Ooh, down the leg side there. It's not given as a wide by the umpire. Given us another dot ball to finish the over. So just 4 runs came from that over, and West Indies are 68 for 2 after 11 overs. So Mujibur Rahman is back into the attack now for Afghanistan. Another quicker ball, and Justin Greaves punches it down the ground to long on and picks up another single to start the over. Current run rate only 6.18. West Indies need to accelerate a little bit if they want to get to a competitive total. Another quicker ball again, driven down the ground by Brandon King towards long off and picks up another single. The singles are not helping much actually. You need to go for the shots at some point. That's short. It goes for the pull down. It doesn't make connection actually. It's given as a wide by the umpire. So Mujibur Rahman has to reload that one again. Another quicker ball. Greaves flicks it away towards mid-wicket and picks up another single. I am not able to see the intent from both these batters. Too many singles at this stage is not going to help actually, because current run rate only 6.26 again. Need a batter like Shimron Hetmyer, what he did yesterday. Continuous sixes he hit. He goes for a sweep. That is exactly what is needed. Intent. It's gone past third man. Fortune favors the brave. Oh, doesn't reach the boundary. It doesn't reach the boundary. But Brandon King will pick up another couple of runs. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. Goes for a sweep this time, but the fielder doesn't get to it. But it goes towards the fielder and Brandon King picks up another single. It's been 24 balls since the last boundary has been scored. And the last thing that West Indies would want is to get whitewashed by Afghanistan in this T20 series and then go into the T20 World Cup. Last ball of the over, it's another quicker ball and cut away by Justin Greaves towards deep extra covers and picks up another single to finish the over. 8 runs came from that over and West Indies are now 76 for 2 after 12 overs. West Indies, they have the third highest dot ball percentage in T20 cricket ever since the T20 World Cup of 2024, and that is not a good reading as far as West Indies are concerned. Bangladesh and Pakistan are next after them as far as dot ball percentages are concerned. Now Rashid Khan is back into the attack into his third over. Suddenly now West Indies are stagnating a little bit and just not able to keep the scoreboard moving. Quicker delivery and Greaves punches it back to the bowler. Again a dot ball to start the over. West Indies have not won a T20 international at this particular venue, and will that continue today? I don't know. Gives himself room, drives it towards deep extra covers. Oh, Nabi does well. And Greaves picks up only a single actually. In fact, Greaves has picked up a couple of runs. He was looking for a couple of runs there. He hasn't picked up a couple of runs, only a single. Now third ball of the over. King swings it, pulls it away leg side. It's in the gap. Oh, good fielding again at deep mid wicket. Looking for two, can't get it. Another single. So 2 runs from the first 3 balls of this over. It was a dragged down delivery there from Rashid Khan. Brandon King should have capitalized on it, but he didn't do it. Three more deliveries left in this over. Justin Greaves is back on strike. Ooh, another quicker ball flicked away again by Greaves. Going to push for 2 here. Chance of run out. Oh, good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs for Justin Greaves. Again, just 4 runs coming from this over. Where are the boundaries coming from? I need a lot of boundaries here. Gives himself room this time. Justin Greaves cuts it away towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. Continuing to take the singles here, both these batters. Just 5 runs coming from this over, still 1 ball left. The last ball of the over coming up. Goes for a pull again. I don't think he's got timing on it again. It's 1 bounce to deep mid wicket. And Brandon King picks up another single to finish the over. So just 6 runs came from that over. And West Indies are now 82 for 2 after 13 overs. So Abdullah Ahmad Zai is back into the attack now for Afghanistan. 7 more overs left in this innings. Brandon King is on strike. Here's Abdullah Ahmad Zai bowling the 14th over, and it's pulled away down the ground back past the bowler. They're going for 2 here. Good running between the wickets from Brandon King. Another couple of runs to start the over. Got it high on the bat there. Brandon King was going for the pull shot. Unable to get it on the middle of the bat. They've picked up a couple of runs. He's on 43 from 29 balls, but West Indies are not able to get a move on here. At some point of time, you need to accelerate the scoring. You need to post a good total on the board. Second ball of the over coming up. Swung away again, leg side, down towards deep mid wicket. Picks up only a single. These singles are not helping the cause for West Indies at the moment. Justin Greaves is back on strike, batting on 12 from 14 balls. This is what I was talking about actually. You need batters who can accelerate the scoring. I mean, you look at those days of West Indies cricket. Players like Chris Gale, Kieran Pollard, Andre Russell. That's a top edge. It's up in the air. And it's taken. There's another wicket that goes down. Abdullah Ahmad Zai gets the breakthrough. And this was always on the cards. Too many dot balls and singles. The boundaries have completely dried up. Last 5 overs, only 27 runs have been scored. And Justin Greaves has once again thrown it away here. Another slow knock from Justin Greaves. We saw a slow knock earlier from Kesey Carty. Now another slow knock from Justin Greaves. Is just taking away all the momentum for West Indies at the moment. Abdullah Ahmad Zai picks up his first wicket of the day. Justin Greaves is out after scoring 12 runs from 15 balls, and West Indies struggling here, 85 for 3 after 13.3 overs. Abdullah Ahmad Zai picks up his second wicket actually. Yeah. So Shimron Hetmeyer is the new batter to the crease for West Indies. We all saw how Shimron Hetmeyer played the aggressive shots yesterday. Can he do the same thing today? Take West Indies to a respectable total. Give the bowlers something to defend. So fourth ball of the over coming up from Abdullah Ahmad Zai. That's on the patch, flicked away by Hetmeyer and gets off the mark with a single straight away. A good spell here from Abdullah Ahmad Zai, 2 for 19 in his 2.4 overs, and this is the thing about Afghanistan actually. Their bench strength is also really good. They have some quality players, and that's why you are seeing a rise in their cricket in the last few years or so. They are able to produce performances when it is needed. Two more deliveries left in this over. Slow ball again. It's an inside edge from Brandon King. Picks up another single. Yeah, Afghanistan are really looking good actually. I mean, West Indies, they haven't won a single T20 match at this particular venue. That is a stat actually. 6 T20 matches they have played at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. They have lost all 6. 2 of those losses came in the Men's T20 World Cup in 2021, which happened in UAE. So they are having a very poor record at this venue. It looks like the record will continue. That's flicked away again by Hetmeyer straight to mid-wicket. So another dot ball to finish the over. 5 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Justin Greaves, and West Indies are now 87 for 3 after 14 overs. So 6 overs left in his innings. It has been nearly 6 overs since we saw the last boundary being hit in this innings from a West Indian batter. Brandon King is there at the crease, but I don't know what he's trying to do. 45 from 31 balls, 2 boundaries and 3 sixers, but even he hasn't been able to find the boundaries when it is needed. Mohammad Nabi back into the attack now. And he goes for a sweep again. Inside edges it. Again, no timing. Straight to the fielder. Again starts the over with the dot ball. This is not looking good as far as West Indies are concerned. They need to do something here. Comes down the wicket and hits it down the ground to long on. And Brandon King picks up another single. Shimron Hetmeyer has to go for it here. We saw yesterday a carnage from Shimron Hetmeyer. Both these batters, in fact, they turned the game around and then got out at the wrong time. And then that meant that West Indies went down. They gave some hope actually in yesterday's run chase. If anyone had seen yesterday's run chase, the way these two batters accelerated, I mean, it was they were not having any hopes yesterday also. But when these two batters went for it, suddenly they scored around 50 or 60 runs in a matter of 4 overs, and that turned the game on its head, but then they both got out. So Hetmeyer has that capability, looking to flick it away there. Appeal for LPW. Umpire says not out. They pick up 1 leg byes. But it's becoming tough now for West Indies here. The spinners are bowling superbly for Afghanistan. How good have their spinners been in international cricket actually? Absolutely fantastic. Brandon King has to go for the big shot. Comes down the wicket, hits it down the ground to long off. Can only pick up another single. So continues to take the singles here. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. Tossed up and Hetmeyer goes big. That's what they needed. They needed this for a long time. Shimron Hetmeyer, he did this yesterday and he has started it today again. First 6 for him. A slog sweep which he loves so well. Way back over deep mid wicket for 6. And Shimron Hetmeyer and Ramanullah Gurbaz having some fun time there. Both of them are teammates in the Guyana Amazon Warriors. They played for the Guyana Amazon Warriors together in the Global Super League earlier last year. So, I mean, they both will know each other well. Last ball of the over coming up now. So far, so good from Afghanistan, but that was a fantastic shot again from Shimron Hetmeyer. What a 6. Much needed a 6 after probably 6 overs, more than 6 overs since the last boundary was scored in this innings. Last ball of the over, he goes again, and that's all the way again, is it? Yes, it is. Another 6 to finish the over. Back-to-back 6s from Shimron Hetmeyer. And it's become an expensive over now. Suddenly 15 runs came from that over. 100 comes up for West Indies. West Indies are 102 for 3 after 15 overs. Shimron Hetmeyer, how often does he do this? We saw a blitz yesterday from him. And today again, 13 from 5 balls. Why? I mean, I just want to ask one question. Why can't Shimron Hetmeyer get promoted up the order? If he can do this up the order. Why Kesey Carty and Justin Greaves are wasting so many balls? As we see, Brandon King goes for a slot sweep. It's in the air. He hasn't gotten hold of it. Catch taken at deep mid wicket. Brandon King looking to continue the momentum, looking to try to hit sixes, but didn't get hold of it at all. Only got the top edge there, and Rashid Khan gets the breakthrough here for Afghanistan. A full delivery there from Rashid Khan. Brandon King, actually it was in the slot for him to hit it away, but just couldn't get the timing there, and a really good catch at deep mid wicket. So the fourth wicket goes down for West Indies. Brandon King, the skipper, is gone after scoring 47 runs from 35 balls, and West Indies are now 102 for 4 after 15.1 overs. So Shamar Springer, I think, is the new batter to the crease. Or is it Quentin Sampson? Yeah, Quentin Sampson is the new batter to the crease. Another capable batter is making his debut in this series, in all honesty. He's making his international debut. Never easy to debut. Play well straight away. That's a quicker delivery again. And Quentin Sampson drives it back to the bowler. Another dot ball. These dot balls are not doing anything. At least you need to give the strike to Shimron Hetmeyer. He can play those big shots that is needed now. Just hit a couple of sixes in the previous over. Need to give the strike to him. That's driven by Sampson, looking for the single. Can't get it. Another dot ball here. This is fantastic bowling here from Rashid Khan. Another quicker delivery driven towards covers. This time he takes the single. Quentin Sampson gets off the mark with the single. More importantly, Hetmeyer is back on strike, and now I think Hetmeyer will look to play his shots. What a shot. What a shots that was in the previous over. Back-to-back sixes. That is what Shimron Hetmeyer can do. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. Ooh, quicker deliveries. Moved across, is cleaned up. Oh my goodness me. That is disaster. Looking to move. I think he was looking to just flick it away leg side. He's moved a long way across and lost his leg stump in the process. And Rashid Khan picks up another important wicket here. Both the set batters have been dismissed. Shimron Hetmeyer, he just hit a couple of sixes in the previous over. But lack of awareness, I don't know what to call that one. Moving across too much. I think he was not aware where his leg stump was. In the end, exposed his leg stump and has been castled. So Rashid Khan gets 2 wickets in the over. The dangerous Shimron Hetmeyer is gone after scoring 13 runs from 6 balls, and West Indies half the side back in the pavilion, 103 for 5 after 15.5 overs. What is going on here with the West Indies? Shimron Hetmeyer, we all thought that only he can go for the aggressive shots, but he has exposed his leg stump big time there. And they have lost 5 wickets now, West Indies. Matthew Ford is the new batter to the crease. Afghanistan asserting their authority here before the T20 World Cup against West Indies, but obviously many people don't take teams like West Indies that seriously because they have experienced downfall in recent times. We all know that. But still, this performance in this series from Afghanistan will give them a lot of confidence. Last ball of the over. Ooh, defends it. Matthew Ford looking for the single. Can't get it. So another dot ball to finish the over. Just 1 run came from that over, including 2 wickets, and Rashid Khan, the magician, finishes the spell 2 for 13 in his 4 overs. West Indies are now 103 for 5 after 16 overs. So Rashid Khan now, he has picked up 696 T20 wickets, the best T20 bowler in the world for a reason. Now 4 more overs left in this innings now for West Indies. What can they manage? They're trying to push towards 150, 160 probably. Unfortunately, Shimron Hetmeyer getting out at the wrong time, has to be said. And now who is into the attack? Need to see the bowler name. Gulbuddin Naib. Gulbuddin Naib is the new bowler into the attack, and straight away Sampson punches it away towards covers and picks up a single. Gulbuddin Naib coming into the attack to bowl the 17th over. His first over in this innings. So Matthew Ford is back on strike. It's a full delivery again. Ford drives it down the ground to long off and gets off the mark with a single as well. Sampson was lining up to play the big shot, but then changed his mind and drives it towards covers and picks up another single. 3 singles to start this over. Moves across his stumps, pulls it in the air. And that's over fine leg. Has that gone all the way? No, it's given as a boundary. 1 bounce and into the boundary for 4. So finally Matthew Ford gets his first boundary in this innings. Moved inside the line of the delivery and pulled it away beautifully. This time it's a slower delivery and Matthew Ford cuts it away towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. 8 runs have come from this over, still 1 ball left. Last ball of the over coming up from Gulbuddin Naib. Sampson again looking for the big shot, then changing his mind. He's asking the non-striker, why you're not coming for the single? Only if the single is available you can go for the single. If not, how can you go for the single? Just showing his frustration there, Quinton Sampson. Another dot ball to finish that over. 8 runs came from that over. And West Indies are now 111 for 5 after 17 overs. So 3 overs left, and how much can West Indies push? That is the big question here. Ziaur Rahman is back into the attack for Afghanistan. Bowling the 18th over of this innings, Matthew Ford is on strike. It's a full toss and he opens the blade, gets it past deep point for 4. Another important boundary here for West Indies. Just opened the face of the bat. Clever batting from Matthew Ford. Picks up his second boundary in this innings. So boundary to start the over, second ball of the over coming up. And this time he goes big and that's gone massive. That is a massive hit from Matthew Ford. Picked the slow ball and he's deposited way back into the crowd for 6. That could be the longest 6 of the day, I think. It's gone into the third tier if there was any third tier available in that stadium. A 4 and a 6 to start. That is exactly what West Indies want. So 4 and a 6 to start and suddenly now Ziaur Rahman has some thinking to do here. Matthew Ford is a capable hitter of the ball. West Indies have full of hitters. That is one thing I'm asking actually. West Indies team is full of talent but they're just not able to produce the performances when it's needed. That's another full delivery driven down the ground. Going for the single, they'll get it. Another single for Matthew Ford. Ooh, the bowler had to duck for cover there. That was hit right back at Ziaur Rahman. Almost killing the bowler in all honesty, but well done to the bowler actually. He bent at the right time. Saved himself. I think it's hit his arm there. Could have been so much worse had he not ducked at the right time there. This hit back so hard from Matthew Ford. Still 14 balls left in this innings. Afghanistan have already won this series. It's just about consolation as far as West Indies are concerned. And also taking some confidence into the T20 World Cup, which is very important. The good news for West Indies is that Bangladesh has been replaced by Scotland in the T20 World Cup. So compared to Bangladesh, Scotland should be an easier team to beat as far as the T20 World Cup is concerned. Although you cannot take Scotland also lightly. But definitely Bangladesh are a much better team than Scotland. But unfortunately politics intervened and Bangladesh decided to boycott the things. That's pulled away straight into the hands of deep mid wicket. There's another wicket here. The Ziaur Rahman picks up his first wicket. Quentin Sampson looking to find the boundary. Looking to continue the momentum, but he's holed out at deep mid wicket and West Indies lose another wicket here. They lose their 6th wicket. Unfortunately, Quentin Sampson has found the fielder at deep mid wicket. So Afghanistan continue to take wickets. Quentin Sampson, his disappointing series continues. He's gone after scoring 3 runs from 7 balls and West Indies are now 122 for 6 after 17.4 overs. Quentin Sampson, he did so well towards the back end of the CPL season, but CPL and international cricket are completely different, hence proved couldn't contribute much in this series. And now Shamar Springer is the new batter to the crease for West Indies. He also has the capability to clear the boundaries. They bat very deep, West Indies. Two more deliveries left in this over. Shamar Springer on strike. And he goes down the ground. Goes past mid-off for 4. That is exactly what I was saying. Shamar Springer, he can find the boundaries. Straight away comes in and gets off the mark with the boundary. So last ball of the over coming up. They have lost a wicket in this over, but nevertheless still a good over for West Indies actually. Last ball of the over. And that's sliced away. Good fielding at point. Have they taken the single? Yes, they have. So single to finish the over. 16 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Quentin Sampson. And West Indies are now 127 for 6 after 18 overs. So 2 more overs left in this innings. They can certainly push towards 160 from here. At least try and give themselves some opportunity. Something for the bowlers to defend. Abdullah Ahmadzai is bowling the penultimate over. Starts with a very good Yorker. Shamar Springer looking to guide it away. Not able to make connection. Again a dot ball to start the over. Second ball of the over, again back of the length, cramping Shamar Springer for room there. And another dot ball here. Back to back dot balls, a good start to the penultimate over from Abdullah Ahmadzai. Oh, that's a full delivery. He's edged it past that third man, past that fielder at point. More than edge, I would say sliced it past that fielder at point and picks up another boundary here. Second boundary for Shamar Springer and a very important boundary for West Indies. Oh, short and wide, goes for the cut shot again, misses it again. So another dot ball. 3 dot balls out of 4 balls is a good result for the bowler, particularly at this stage of an innings. Slow ball, it gets a top edge, it's over the keeper. 2 fielders, keeper and the third man fielder running after it, stops the boundary. And Shamar Springer will pick up another couple of runs. So last ball of the over coming up. And that's cut away by Springer. It's raced away for 4. What a bullet that was from Shamar Springer. Hence the over with a boundary. Good over for West Indies again. 10 runs came from that over. And West Indies are now 137 for 6 after 19 overs. So 1 over left in this innings and Ziaur Rahman is going to be bowling the last over. Matthew Ford is on strike. And he goes big. It's high. And it's landed short of the boundary, would you believe it? It hasn't even gone for 4. And they'll pick up another couple of runs to start the over. It went so high into the air. But somehow it has landed in empty space and hasn't even reached the boundary. The second ball of the over coming up from Ziaur Rahman. It's another full ball driven by Matthew Ford down towards deep extra covers. And they'll come back for the second. That's good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs for Matthew Ford. So 4 runs from the first 2 balls of this over. Still 4 balls left. They need another boundary. Need another couple more boundaries. Get them past 150. I don't know whether it will be enough or not. 150 is always any day a respectable total. This partnership is now 19 from 10 balls. A good little partnership here towards the end of this innings. Trying to take West Indies to a respectable total. Third ball of the over. And he goes big. That's massive. That is out of the ground. Surely. Out of the ground. And again, Matthew Ford. A very clean strike, length ball from Ziaur Rahman and punished by Matthew Ford. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. How well does he pick up length? Matthew Ford batting on 27 from just 10 balls at a strike rate of 270. 3 more deliveries left. Goes for a scoop. It's up in the air. Is there any fielder coming underneath? Running backwards. Takes the catch. Was looking to try a cheeky little scoop there. And he had to change his shot eventually. Only managing to hit it up in the air. Gulbuddin Naib takes a really good catch running backwards. And Ziaur Rahman gets a very important wicket here. Big wicket of Matthew Ford. He went too far across. In fact, if Matthew Ford had let that go, that could have even been a wide. But he chased it and he scooped it into the hands. Oh my God, Matthew Ford is very, very distraught and disappointed with himself. And rightly so, because he was striking the ball so well. Matthew Ford is out for 27. And West Indies are now 147 for 7 after 19.4 overs. So Kodakesh Moti is the new batter to the crease, coming in at number 9. Matthew Ford very, very distraught. He was playing so well. But unfortunately holed out. 2 more deliveries left in this innings now. Kodakesh Moti has to go from ball 1 here. Has to go for the big shots. Full toss. Hit away down the ground to long on. And Moti will pick up a single. Gets off the mark with a single. Kodakesh Moti. So 1 ball left in this innings. A 6 will take West Indies past 150. Shamar Springer, can he find the boundary here? I'm not quite sure whether this total will be enough to defend, but certainly something for the bowlers to even think about defending. Has to be said. Last ball of the innings coming up. Shamar Springer on strike. Full toss, driven away. Past that fielders, towards deep extra covers. They'll push for 2, I think. No, they're not pushing, just a single. Just a single to finish the innings. So 12 runs came from the last over. What has happened there? It's given as a no ball, is it? I think it's given as a no ball. Maybe an extra fielder was outside the circle. I'm not quite sure what the issue is. It's a no ball signal, a free hit as well, so they'll have to re-ball that one again. Goodness gracious me. Well. So last ball of the innings has to be re-balled. It's a no ball. Free hit delivery coming up. Last ball of the innings. Moti on strike. Oh, good Yorker. That's driven away towards deep extra covers. Kodakesh Moti will try to push for 2 but can't get it. So eventually the innings is done. Only 3 fielders were inside the circle, and that is why it was given as a no ball, that last ball. And that is why he had to re-ball it again. Very poor awareness, poor game awareness from Afghanistan. As a captain, you need to be aware of all these things. But nevertheless, the free hit hasn't costed much, just a single to finish the innings. So 14 runs came from the last over, including the wicket of Matthew Ford. 150 comes onto the board eventually for West Indies. And West Indies have finished their innings on 151 for 7 at the end of their 20 overs. It's been a struggle from West Indies, but cameos from Matthew Ford and Shamar Springer towards the end has taken the West Indies past 150, and it gives something for the bowlers to defend as far as West Indies are concerned. Matthew Ford scored 27 from 11 balls and Shamar Springer unbeaten on 16 from 9 balls. Earlier, Brandon King also scored 47 from 35 balls. It was a struggle actually from Brandon King in all honesty, but he played well, he did well to hang in there and score 47 runs. And it has given some respectability to the total. And as far as Afghanistan's bowling is concerned, I think it was a good learning curve for many of the bowlers. Ziaur Rahman picked up 2 wickets, 2 for 45 in his 4 overs. Mujibur Rahman again picked up the bowlers, didn't pick up wickets, but none for 22 in his 4 overs. Shahidullah Kamal bowled only 1 over, conceded 13 runs, picked up 1 wicket. Rashid Khan, as always, economical and picks up wickets, 2 for 13 in his 4 overs. Abdullah Ahmad Zai bowled 4 overs, 2 for 30. Mohammad Nabi bowled only 2 overs, none for 18. And Gulbuddin Naib again only 1 over, none for 8 in his 1 over. So again, another disciplined bowling performance from Afghanistan. And Afghanistan, when they come out to bat, will need 152 runs to win this match from their full quota of 20 overs to complete series whitewash against West Indies. We'll be back again shortly to cover the run chase. Until then, please stay tuned. So hi guys, welcome back to this run chase, and what a start this has been for Afghanistan to this run chase here. Just chasing 152 runs and straight away 28 without loss in 2.4 overs. As Ibrahim Zadran drives it down the ground mid-off, another dot ball. So this is a good over from Raymond Simmons, but the first over from Matthew Ford yielding 16 runs. And Afghanistan have gotten off to a most flying start possible to this run chase. They haven't been good in run chases, mind you. Afghanistan has struggled while chasing. They've always been good in setting totals and defending it, but they've always struggled while chasing down totals. So maybe they are looking to correct that today. Has driven again towards deep point, and Ibrahim Zadran picks up another single to finish the over. So good over from Raymond Simmons. 7 runs came from that over, and Afghanistan are now 30 without loss after 3 overs. There's also a stat actually. Afghanistan haven't chased above 150 runs. Afghanistan have never chased down above 150 runs successfully in T20 cricket against a full member nation apart from Zimbabwe so far. That is a stat. Carey Peer now continuing into his second over, and Gurbaz drives it straight to covers. Again a dot ball to start the over. So Afghanistan have an opportunity to break that drought today, try and chase down above 150 runs against a full member nation. West Indies are a full member nation, of course. Goes for the cut shot again, a little bit of an inside edge. Another dot ball from Peer. Third ball of the over coming up, tossed up again, and Gurbaz flicks it away straight to mid-wicket. Another dot ball here. That first over from Matthew Ford is what has cost West Indies here, because that is what has helped Afghanistan get off to a flying start. And after that now they are trying to pull things back here. Getting off to a good start becomes very, very important actually. Another quicker ball, flicked away again by Gurbaz, straight to mid-wicket again. Another dot ball. This time he goes big. Gurbaz, one hand comes to the bat, but it doesn't matter. It's gone all the way, I think. I think it has gone all the way for 6. So the first 6 of this innings beautifully hit there by Gurbaz. Nowadays, so many batters are hitting one-handed sixes these days. Gurbaz joins that list now. This time Gurbaz punches it down the ground to long on and picks up another single to finish the over. 7 runs came from that over, and Afghanistan are now 37 without loss after 4 overs. Well, Afghanistan are actually 35 without loss after 4 overs. I think the scorecard is showing wrongly. It should be 35 without loss after 4 overs, and now Raymond Simmons continuing into his second over. Gurbaz on strike, gives himself room, cuts it away towards the point, and Ramanullah Gurbaz picks up another single to start the over. The second ball of the over coming up. Brahim Sadran on strike. That shot is pulled away by Sadran. And it's one bounce and into the boundary for 4. 2 shots from Raymond Simmons. And Ibrahim Sadran picked up the length beautifully. Picks up another boundary. So third ball of the over coming up. That's on a good length again. And Ibrahim Sadran drives it down the ground to mid-off. Another dot ball. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. Shot again, pulled again. Oh, I think that was a good effort at mid-wicket there. Was that a catching opportunity? Don't know. They're coming back for a second. That's good running between the wickets. Appeal for a run out as well. Everything happening in that one delivery. But Shamar Springer, the fielder there, should have been taken, I think. He's been put down, I think. Yeah, it was a catching opportunity. It's been put down. A tough opportunity, but you got to take these catches at this particular level. International level, you need to take these catches. It's gone through the hands of mid-wicket. They've picked up a couple of runs. They were checking for the run out. So Ibrahim Zadran is back on strike. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Full again. Zadran drives it back to the bowler. Another dot ball from Raymond Simmons. Last ball of the over is full again by Raymond Simmons, and Ibrahim Zadran drives it back to the bowler. Another dot ball to finish the over. 7 runs came from that over, and Afghanistan are now 44 without loss after 5 overs. So 15 overs left, 108 runs needed for Afghanistan. Jonathan Trott looks a little tensed inside the dugout. Shamar Springer, I think, is coming back into the attack now for West Indies. Shamar Springer, the new bowler, into the attack. Oh, good pass goes for the drive. How did that miss the outside edge? Full and wide there from Shamar Springer. Again a dot ball to start the over. Comes down the wicket, swings and misses. So a couple of dot balls to start this over. Good start here from Shamar Springer. Gurbaz looking like he's feeling the pressure a little bit. Batting on a run of ball 18 here. Strike rate of 100. Huge swing and a miss there from Gurbaz. Ooh, that's flicked away by Gurbaz towards square leg and picks up another single. Three more deliveries left in this over. Ibrahim Zadran on strike. Back of the length again. Defended again by Ibrahim Zadran. Back to the bowler. Another dot ball. Good over here from Shamar Springer so far. Just one run coming from the first 4 balls of this over. Mentioned earlier that Afghanistan struggle in these kind of run chases generally. This time it's driven again and guided towards third man, picks up another single here. So Gurbaz is back on strike. 2 more deliveries left in this over. 1 more delivery left in this over. The last ball of the over coming up. Comes down the wicket, guides it again towards short third man. And Gurbaz picks up another single to finish the over. 3 runs came from that over. And Afghanistan are now 45 without loss after 6 overs. So the power play has been completed and Afghanistan are now 45 without loss after 6 overs. 107 runs needed from the last 84 balls for Afghanistan. So Justin Greaves is the new bowler into the attack, and straight away Gurbaz cuts it away towards deep point, pushing for 2 here, and that's good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs to start the over. Second ball of the over coming up, and Gurbaz goes for the drive again. It's found the gap beautifully, and a boundary here from Gurbaz. A boundary against the run of play there. Beautiful. Yeah, it's another boundary for Amanullah Gurbaz. This time short and wide, cut away again by Gurbaz. And deep point, effort in vain, back-to-back boundaries from Gurbaz. I think they are coming back for 3 though. They'll have a look at that. I think the effort is in vain there at deep point. So it should be another boundary. It's beautifully cut away actually by Gurbaz. Yes, it is a boundary. So back-to-back boundaries from Gurbaz. This time it's driven again but straight to covers. So finally a dot ball from Justin Greaves. Who went across to the off stump, was looking to sweep it away there, but not able to make connection. Another dot ball from Justin Greaves. So one more delivery left in this over. Last ball of the over. Cut away. Down towards deep point again. And goes for 4 more again. Don't know why they're not keeping that fielder a little bit finer. Third boundary in that area for Gurbaz. And picks up another boundary to finish the over. So 14 runs came from that over from Justin Greaves, and Afghanistan are now 61 without loss after 7 overs. So Kodakesh Moti is the new bowler into the attack now for the West Indies. 91 needed from the last 13 overs for Afghanistan with all 10 wickets in hand. It's looking like a cakewalk actually. And Ibrahim Zadran drives it towards deep extra covers and picks up another single to start the over. It's tossed up again and Gurbaz drives it down the ground to long off and picks up another single. Ibrahim Zadran again drives it towards covers, make that another dot ball from Kodakesh Moti. Comes down the wicket this time and hits it back to the bowler. So another dot ball. This time it's tossed up on the pads, flicked away again by Zadran, down towards deep mid wicket. They can push for 2 here. It's good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs for Ibrahim Zadran. The last ball of the over is driven back to the bowler by Prime Satran. Another dot ball to finish the over. So just 4 runs came from that over. And Afghanistan are now 65 without loss after 8 overs. So Shamar Springer is back into the attack into his second over now. Ramanullah Gurbaz on strike. Ooh, right full and in the block hole from Shamar Springer. And Gurbaz digs it back to the bowler. Another dot ball to start the over. This time it's full and on the pads. Gurbaz flicks it away. I think it's gone off the pads. And Ramanullah Gurbaz will pick up one leg bias, I think. This time again, little bit of an inside edge from Ibrahim Zadran towards deep square leg, deep mid wicket, and picks up another single. So good start to this over from Shamar Springer. Just 2 runs from the first 3 balls of this over. .87 needed now from 69 balls. Gurbaz gives himself room, goes over the top of the offside. Lands short of the field, red deep extra covers. And they'll come back for the second as well. Good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs from Gurbaz. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. Full again. Gurbaz drives it again. Back to the bowler and picks up another single. And I think Gurbaz wants a change of bat as well. This has been a good over from Shamar Springer so far. Last ball of the over. Full toss, driven down the ground to mid-off. Another dot ball to finish the over. What an over from Shamar Springer. Just 5 runs came from that over, and Afghanistan are now 68 without loss after 9 overs. So Godakesh Moti is back into the attack. Ramanullah Gurbaz on strike. Gives himself room, drives it straight to covers. Again a dot ball to start the over. Pressure building here on Afghanistan a little bit. Second ball of the over coming up. Ooh, slow through the air and Gurbaz defends it again on the front foot. Make that another dot ball. So good start to this over here from Godakesh Moti. This time on the bats, flicked away by Gurbaz, down towards deep mid-wicket. And they are coming back for a second. The running between the wickets has been good from these two batters. Another couple of runs for Amanullah Gurbaz. Another quicker delivery and Gurbaz drives it down the ground to long off and picks up another single. The required run rate is 7.62 now. This time again Ibrahim Zadran drives it back to the bowler. Another dot ball from Godakesh Moti. Last ball of the over and Ibrahim Zadran comes down the wicket, hits it towards long on and picks up another single to finish the over. 4 runs came from that over and Afghanistan are now 74 without loss after 10 overs. So partnership now between these two batters, 72 from 63 balls. Outstanding batting from Amanullah Gurbaz and Ibrahim Zadran. It's been a prolific opening partnership for Afghanistan for the last few years. In ODI cricket, it has been a prolific opening partnership, but now they are bringing that form into T20 cricket as well. So Afghanistan are now 74 without loss after 10 overs and it's also the time for the drinks break. So we come to the end of the drinks break and straight away Ibrahim Zadran hits it high in the air and the catch has been taken here. Matthew Ford gets the breakthrough, coming back into the attack And Ibrahim Zadran looking to take him on. Has only managed to find the fielder at deep mid wicket, and finally West Indies get the first wicket. A long boundary on the leg side for Ibrahim Zadran, and he couldn't clear that boundary. Straight into the hands of the fielder at deep mid wicket. And is there still any twists left in this game? Ibrahim Zadran is gone after scoring 28 runs from 27 balls, and Afghanistan are now 74 for 1 after 10.1 overs. Sadiqullah Atal is the new batter to the crease. Played really well yesterday. 78 needed from 59 balls. Is there still any more twists left? Required run rate of 7.93. Second ball of the over coming up, and that's a full delivery. Sadiqullah Atal defends it back to the bowler. Another dot ball from Matthew Ford. Still this game is not over. Still West Indies can fight. They can still be twists in this tail. Required run rate has jumped above 8 now. 8.07 the required run rate. Third ball of the over coming up. Moves across his stumps, flicks it away towards deep mid wicket. And Sadiqullah Atal gets off the mark with a single. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. Little bit of pressure building here on Afghanistan. Short and wide, cut away by Gurbaz to a straight to deep point. Picks up another single. It can be a psychological effect as well. Afghanistan, they always struggle in run chases. We know that they have a weakness in run chasing, particularly in T20 cricket. So this could be a challenge. I think Afghanistan have decided to challenge themselves in this run chase here today. That is why they won the toss and elected to bowl first, because you want all bases covered when you are going into a tournament like the T20 World Cup. So I think that was a good decision taken by Afghanistan to bowl first. They could have batted first today. They could have posted a total and defended it like what they have been doing in the first couple of matches. But nope, they wanted to challenge themselves, try and chase down a total. I think that is a really good initiative. It shows that they want to improve. As we see another couple of singles in this over. Just 3 runs from this over, still 1 ball left. Ramanullah Gurbaz is the set batter at the crease, batting on 41 from 35 balls. Last ball of the over coming up. And sliced away in the air. Doesn't carry it to deep extra covers, but Ramanullah Gurbaz will pick up another single to finish the over. So 4 runs came from that over, and Afghanistan are now 76 for 1 after 11 overs. Godakesh Moti is back into the attack and continuing into his third over. Starts with a dot ball again. Gurbaz cuts it straight to covers. A little bit of pressure building here, I'm not going to lie. Second ball of the over coming up. That's it away again, down the ground to long off, and Gurbaz picks up another single. Siddiqullah Atal is back on strike. Oh, goes for the pull shot, unable to make connection. Another dot ball. I just get a feeling that something is beginning to happen here. They're just not able to find the middle of the bat now, both these Afghanistan batters. That's driven down the ground again by Siddiqullah Atal towards long off and picks up another single. Two more deliveries left in this over. Fifth ball of the over. Again slower through the air, cut away by Gurbaz. Picks up another single. So last ball of the over coming up. Oh, Atal goes for the drive, misses it. Another dot ball. What an over this is from Godakesh Moti. Just 3 runs came from that over, and Afghanistan struggling a little bit. 79 for 1 after 12 overs. So Matthew Ford continuing into his third over, and that's cut away again by Gurbaz. Straight to deep extra covers and picks up another single to start the over. Siddiqullah Atal is back on strike. Is there still some pressure building here is the big question. Score is actually 80 for 1. It's showing wrongly here on the screen. Score is 80 for 1. So 72 still needed from 47 balls. And that is a little pressure for the chasing team in T20 cricket. Second ball of the over coming up, and Atal looking to flick it away, a leading edge towards covers, and picks up another single here. The third ball of the over coming up. Moves across to the off stump, helps it on its way. It's past fine leg for 4. Finally the boundary. Finally the boundary for Afghanistan. Very clever shot. Moved across to the off stump and just paddled it. Gurbaz moves to 49 now with that boundary. So fourth ball of the over coming up from Matthew Ford. And this time it's driven down the ground again by Gurbaz. Down towards its long off and picks up another single. Sadiqullah Atal is back on strike. There's still some pressure actually. I won't say that Afghanistan are comfortable in this run chase. Looking to pull it away inside edge. Onto his pads, I think. Will pick up another single though. Sadiqullah Atal is struggling here, not able to find the middle of the bat. Although Ramanullah Gurbaz is on 48 from 42 balls. I don't know why the scorecard is showing wrongly here. He hasn't hit a half century yet. He's on 48 from 42 balls. There is some issue with the scorecard. The last ball of the over coming up. There's an issue with the scorecard. Viewers can listen to me actually. That's driven again towards covers. And picks up another single to finish the over. Gurbaz moves to 49 now from 43 balls. 9 runs came from that over, and Afghanistan are now 90 for 1 after 13 overs. Godakesh Moti now into his last over, and that's flicked away again by Gurbaz. They're going to push for 2 here for sure. And they pick up another couple of runs and a half century here for Ramanullah Gurbaz. 51 from 44 balls. It's been an outstanding knock. His 12th T20 half century. But he knows that his job is only half done. There's still a lot of work to be done in this run chase. Gurbaz has been a little struggling for form in this series, but I think this half century will give him a lot of confidence. 5 boundaries and 1 6 for Ramanullah Gurbaz at a strike rate of 120.45. That's punched away again offside towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. This time Atal goes down the ground, long on in play, and Sadiqullah Atal picks up another single. 60 runs needed from 39 balls. Viewers can listen to me actually because the scorecard is showing wrongly. It's showing 2 runs less. Leading edge in the air. Oh, the batter came in his way, but I still don't think he would have got to the ball there. But nevertheless, another dot ball. It's been an excellent spell from Godakesh Moti so far. None for 15 in his 3.4 overs. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Gurbaz was lining up for the big shot, then adjusted, cuts it away, picks up another single. The last ball of the over coming up. Fired in at wide. Atal comes down the wicket, drives it away towards mid-off and picks up another single to finish the over. What an over this is. Just 6 runs came from that over, and Godakesh Moti finishes the spell. None for 17 in his 4 overs. And Afghanistan are now 94 for 1 after 14 overs. So Shamar Springer is back into the attack. He still has 2 overs left. He's into his 3rd over now. Siddiqullah Atal is on strike. .58 needed from the last 6 overs. Ooh, was there an edge there? I think there was. Shamar Springer is celebrating, and there's another wicket. Siddiqullah Atal has to go. Just a gentle poke at it outside the off stump. A really good catch by the wicket keeper. West Indies are still fighting here in this run chase. Afghanistan have lost their 2nd wicket. It was a struggle for Siddiqullah Atal. Couldn't get going at all. The faintest of nicks. A really good catch behind the stumps. And Shamar Springer gets a very important breakthrough here. This game is not yet over. There's another twist in this tale. Siddiqullah Atal is out after scoring 7 runs from 11 balls, and Afghanistan are now 96 for 2 after 14.1 overs. 94 for 2 after 14.1 overs. So this game is not yet over. Looks like this game will go down to the wire. Afghanistan not looking convincing in this run chase so far. Darvish Rasooli is the new batter to the crease. Has done well in this series so far. 2 half centuries in the previous 2 matches. Can he do it again in this run chase? That's the big question. We saw Siddiqullah Atal bat really well yesterday, but today unfortunately not able to get going. .58 needed from 35 balls. Still have 8 wickets in hand. 2nd ball of the over coming up. And it's hit back down the ground. Oh, straight to mid-off though. Can't take the single. Another dot ball. What happened there? Oh my god. Oh my god. I think Gurbaz has gotten hit on his face. Things going from bad to worse here for Afghanistan. In fact, he got hit on his head there. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Harin really need to hope and pray that he's alright here. He's gotten hit on his head. That is not a good sign. That is not a good sight at all. That is absolutely not a good sight at all. Oh my god, the throw has gone straight through the helmet onto his head, I think. They'll have a concussion check, I think, there. Oh my goodness. Dear, oh dear. Prayers to Ramanullah Gurbaz actually. That is not looking good at all. Oh my goodness gracious me. Ill-directed throw. I think it was directed through the hell. I think he was looking to hit the stumps directly, but it's hit his head in the process. I don't know how serious this injury is going to be. Everyone in the crowd are stunned, so am I. I just hope that this is nothing serious here. Well, what happened here? Is Gurbaz alright? Just time to take a breath. It has hit him on his head actually. Head injuries are generally very, very dangerous. It crashed into the helmet and I think it's hit him on his face almost. He's played so well today, Rahmanullah Gurbaz, but I don't know whether he'll be able to continue his innings here. Concussion check going on. A good sign is that Gurbaz has gotten up and is speaking, so he might be, I think he's still conscious. That is a good sign actually. But you need to be careful with all these throws, isn't it? It just hit the helmet there. I mean, we have seen some serious injuries happen in cricket before. That even causes some health issues, but you need to be very, very careful all the time. You never know what can happen. But Gurbaz is back and ready, so I think he's going to continue his innings, and it's good to see the West Indies players as well showing some concern, because obviously it's not a pretty sight to see a batter suffer like that. So 58 needed from 34 balls, and Afghanistan are struggling a little bit here. Suddenly the required run rate is climbing up. Darvish Rasooli has faced only one ball, hasn't gotten off the mark, but he's been in good form in this series. Third ball of the over coming up. Outside the off stump, he goes for the drive. It's given as a wide by the umpire. So Shamar Springer has to reload that one again. Full again, inside edge. Rasooli will get off the mark with a single. So it's good to see Gurbaz now on strike. That was a serious hit on his helmet there. But thankfully nothing serious. He can continue his innings. He's on 53 from 47, and this is a very crucial knock for Afghanistan if they want to get over the line here. The fourth ball of the over coming up, moves across to the off stump, flicks it away leg side towards deep mid wicket. They're going to push for 2, I think. And that's good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs for Rahmanullah Gurbaz. 54 needed from 32 is looking very tricky now. Suddenly the required run rate has gone to 9.75. Still anybody's game is what I am thinking. 100 comes up for... No, 100 hasn't come up. 100 hasn't come up. As I said, the scoreboard is wrong. It's 98 for 2 after 14.4 overs. Fifth ball of the over coming up. That's too wide, I think. Given as a wide again. Shamar Springer not happy. All these runs count valuable runs for Afghanistan. Oh, this time Gurbaz swings and misses. That's a much better length, much better line from Shamar Springer. Another dot ball here. 53 needed from 31. Oh my goodness. This is looking like a proper run chase here. Proper run chase that can become a thriller. One more delivery left in this over. Another dot ball. Can he finish it well here? Shamar Springer, if he can finish this over well, it will be a good over for West Indies. Last ball of the over coming up. That's full and wide. He's hit it in the air. Down to deep extra covers. And it goes for 4. Finds an important boundary. Ends the over with the boundary. 100 comes up for Afghanistan. 100 comes up in 15 overs at the loss of 4 wickets. 9 runs came from that over. And Afghanistan are now 103 for 2 after 15 overs. So West Indies, what are their options now? 49 needed from the last 5 overs for Afghanistan. That boundary has released some pressure for Afghanistan. Ramanullah Gurbaz, superb batting from him. Carey Pierre now back into the attack. That's cut away by Rasuli. Fielder gets a hand on it at covers, not able to stop it. It goes down to deep extra covers. And Rasuli picks up another single to start the over. 48 needed from 29. This time he goes for reverse sweep, doesn't make contact, doesn't make connection. Another dot ball from Carey Pierre, 48 from 28 now. Wow, what a game this is turning out to be. Although still 8 wickets in hand for Afghanistan. Comes down the wicket and Gurbaz hits it down the ground to long off. Picks up another single. So good start to this over from Carey Pierre. 2 runs from the first 3 balls of this over. Still 3 balls left. Darvish Rasuli is back on strike. Fourth ball of the over. Goes for the pull. In the air. And good effort at deep mid wicket. Admire the fielder. Not able to hang on to it. They'll pick up a couple of runs. Wow. 45 from 26 now. It's gotten tighter than it should have, in all honesty. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Big deliveries. Full again. It's hit back at the ball. Catch taken by Carey Pierre. There's another wicket. Darvish Rasoli has hit it back. And he's not gone anywhere actually. I don't know what he's waiting for. But the catch has been completed. And Afghanistan have lost another. Are they looking to check the fairness of the catch? I think maybe they want to check the fairness of the catch here, whether the catch was taken cleanly by Carey Pierre. Well, it looks like the umpires have gone upstairs to check the fairness of the catch. Carey Pierre was confident that he took the catch. This is a fantastic over from West Indies' point of view, and Afghanistan feeling the pressure here. Afghanistan generally struggle in run chases in T20 cricket. We even saw it in the Asia Cup. They couldn't chase down a similar kind of a total against Bangladesh in the Asia Cup last year. If anyone remembers, Abu Dhabi match happened in Abu Dhabi. They couldn't chase down 150 odd runs against Bangladesh. And now are they not able to chase down this as well? It looks like Carey Pierre has caught it cleanly. Has it bounced on the way into Carey Pierre's hands? It looks like the fingers are underneath the ball actually. This could be a big moment in this game. Darvish Rasuli, the man in form in the last couple of T20s. It looked as though the fingers are underneath the ball. It looks very close actually. Touch and go actually. It's all up to the umpires though, what they are going to decide. He's taken the catch. And has it hit the ground there? I think the benefit of the doubt will be given to the batter is what I am thinking. So decision will be not out. Not out it is. So Rasuli survives there. Because, it looked very touch and go. He had taken it, but I think he didn't have full control of the ball. I think that was the reason why it's given as not out. So Darvish Rasuli survives. And relief for Afghanistan. One more delivery left in this over and there's still pressure here. 45 needed from 25 balls now for Afghanistan. Suddenly West Indies are thinking another couple of good overs. They can try to win this game actually. Remember, West Indies trying to avoid a series whitewash. They've already lost the first two T20s. They've already lost the series. So last ball of the over coming up. Goes for the reverse sweep. It's up in the air. Now this could be out. This time though, it's a clean catch. Don't even need to go upstairs for that one. A simple catch at short third man and eventually Carey Pierre gets his man. Nothing to go upstairs in that. Darvish Rasuli is gone now officially. Looking for the reverse sweep there. Looking to get it over that fielder at third man, but only managed to sky it in the air. Simple catch at short third man, and West Indies are fighting here big time. Seriously, they are in this game. Carey Pierre gets an important breakthrough. Man in form, Darvish Rasuli is out after scoring 4 runs from 6 balls, and Afghanistan are now 107 for 3 after 16 overs. Well, what a turnaround in this game here. Afghanistan, they got off to a fantastic start in the run chase. But are they blowing this? 4 overs left, 45 needed. Mohammad Nabi is the new batter to the crease for Afghanistan. Very experienced batter. Ramanullah Gurbaz, the set batter, is still there, batting on 62 from 52 balls. Raymond Simmons now back into the attack. He still has a couple of overs left. So you would think that he will bowl the 17th over and the penultimate over. Ramanullah Gurbaz is on strike. Here's Raymond Simmons over the wicket to Gurbaz. That's a full delivery. Gurbaz drives it towards covers and picks up another single to start the over. 44 needed from 23 balls now. This is not looking easy. Required run rate now nearing 11 for Afghanistan. How has it got down to this? They were cruising at one stage when Ibrahim Zadran and Gurbaz were at the crease. But that is what these run chases are about. It's never over until it's fully over. Second ball of the over coming up. Nabi on strike. Goes for the drive here. Has he nicked it there? No, I don't think so. And it's another dot ball here. So suddenly now the required run rate is above 11. Afghanistan, they are feeling pressure here. They are feeling the pressure. This is a serious run chase now. West Indies are seriously in this. This game is not yet over. The third ball of the over coming up. Again, outside the off stump, goes for a drive again, misses it again. This is high quality bowling from Raymond Simmons, targeting that white line against Mohammad Nabi. Not giving anything in his arc. 44 needed from 21. It's slipping away here from Afghanistan. They need a lot of boundaries now. How on earth has this happened? Suddenly now the pressure is on Afghanistan. Required run rate is 12 now. Unbelievable stuff. Absolutely unbelievable. 3 more deliveries left in this over. Can Raymond Simmons finish it well? He's moved across to the off stump and goes down the ground. That's a big hit. That is all the way for 6. That was much needed from Mohammad Nabi. He finds an important 6 at this stage. It was in the slot from Raymond Simmons. Moved across to the off stump because he was expecting that outside the off stump delivery once again, Nabi. And he gets it on the middle of the bat. That'll release some pressure for Afghanistan. That's full toss, goes again, and is it been taken? Yes, it has. It has been taken, a low catch at long on. So Nabi hit a 6 and he's been dismissed on the very next ball. A really good low catch from Shamar Springer, and Raymond Simmons strikes back. Game on still, 38 needed from 19 balls. They've lost their 4th wicket now, Afghanistan. It was the full toss. Nabi hit it so flat down the ground. A really good catch at long on. Keeps this game alive once again. Oh my goodness. Mohammad Nabi is gone after scoring 6 runs from 4 balls, and Afghanistan are 114 for 4 after 16.5 overs. Gulbuddin Naib, I think, is the new batter to the crease for Afghanistan. Yep, it's Gulbuddin Naib who is the new batter to the crease. Not much batting left actually. Rashid Khan left to come after this. Last ball of the over coming up from Raymond Simmons. Full and wide, driven by Gulbuddin Naib towards deep extra covers. Gets off the mark with a single to finish the over. So good over from Raymond Simmons. Just 8 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Mohammad Nabi. And Afghanistan are now 115 for 4 after 17 overs. So it looks like Gary Peer is going to be bowling the 18th over. A very brave decision in all honesty. 37 needed from the last 3 overs for Afghanistan. It's a quicker delivery and Gulbuddin Naib flicks it leg side. Down the ground to long on. Picks up another single to start the over. Now 36 needed from 17 balls. Gurbaz is back on strike. He's been off strike for quite a long time now, Ramanullah Gurbaz. And imagine now if West Indies can get the wicket of Gurbaz here, suddenly West Indies will feel that they can win this game. They only need the wicket of Gurbaz now. Obviously Rashid Khan might come in next. So I think Gary Peer is changing his angle now, coming over the wicket now to Gurbaz. Trying to use the left armer's angle here. Second ball of the over. And that's a full toss, helped on its way by Gurbaz. It's over fine leg. And that'll be 1 bounce for. That's a poor delivery from Gary Peer. He's asking for the no ball as well. But he doesn't get it. It's only a boundary. for Gurbaz. So back around the wicket, Gurbaz sweeps it away again. It's down to deep square leg again, and that goes away for 4. Back-to-back boundaries from Ramanullah Gurbaz. Carrier feeling the pressure here. He tried to go over the wicket. That didn't work. Now coming around the wicket. This resulted in 2 consecutive boundaries and Afghanistan keeping their hopes alive. So 28 needed from 15 balls now. Still anybody's game is what I would think. Big 3 deliveries coming up. And Gurbaz drives it down the ground. Long off does well. Gurbaz picks up another single. Gives the strike back to Gulbuddin Naib. 27 now needed from 14 balls. Gulbuddin Naib is back on strike. Well, bowling a spinner in this over, it's a big gamble in all honesty. Full toss again, and Gulbuddin Naib hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single. Gets away with it, the Carrier. Loose delivery once again. Needs to get out of this over, Carrier. Matthew Ford and Raymond Simmons might bowl the last couple of overs in this innings. And they could have gone with Shamar Springer actually for this over, but they went with Carrier. And it has yielded 11 runs. Shamar Springer has bowled really well. 3 overs, only 15 runs he has conceded, so they could have gone with him. They had the option. Shamar Springer, Matthew Ford and Raymond Simmons could have finished it off. But they chose Spear. Last ball of the over coming up. Comes down the wicket. Toe ends it down the ground. Long on. Lands short of long on. And Gurbaz picks up another single to finish the over. 12 runs came from that over. And Afghanistan still 127 for 4 after 18 overs, needing 25 to win from the last 2 overs. So 25 needed from the last 2 overs. Shamar Springer bowling the penultimate over. Gurbaz hits it leg side. And it's taken, is it? Yes, it is. It's taken at deep mid wicket. A superb catch. He was going over the rope, I think. So he threw it back, came back in and takes it. And it's the biggest wicket possible of Ramanullah Gurbaz. He has to go back to the pavilion. He's still waiting there. They might check the fairness of this catch. West Indies are celebrating. This could well be 90% of the game for West Indies probably. Although still Rashid Khan left to come. He can finish the game. He has the capabilities. But the settled batter Gurbaz, he's taken the catch, thrown it up. He's come back in and completed the catch. Wow, that is fantastic. That is absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. He's still having a look at the fairness of the catch, but I think he's done really well. The fielder has done really well there. The fielders take these catches outstandingly well these days. The boundary rope hasn't moved. That is fantastic. That is magnificent effort at deep mid wicket there. Shamar Springer gets the big wicket. Decision will be out. It is out. And Ramanullah Gurbaz has to go. He is out after scoring 73 runs from 58 balls. It's game on, ladies and gentlemen. Afghanistan are 127 for 5 after 18.1 overs. Well, unbelievable stuff going on here. West Indies are still fighting this out. 25 needed from 11 balls for Afghanistan. The pressure is building on Afghanistan here. Rashid Khan is the new batter to the crease. And this is the last recognized batting pair for Afghanistan in all honesty. No batting left after this. So another wicket here and West Indies will think that they are favourites to win this game. That is for sure. Second ball of the over coming up. And Rashid Khan slices it in the air and the catch is taken. At deep point is it? It has been taken. Back-to-back wickets. Shamar Springer is on a hat-trick. And Rashid Khan is hauled out at deep point. Afghanistan are crumbling here big time now. Sixth wicket goes down. Shamar Springer is on a hat-trick. West Indies are winning this game here out of absolutely nowhere. They might have lost the series, but West Indies are trying to win this game. Oh my goodness gracious. How a T20 game can turn on its head. What a catch there at deep point. Rashid Khan has gone for a golden duck. And Afghanistan are 129 for 6 after 18.2 overs. West Indies are ahead now. Gulbuddin Naib, I think, is the last hope for Afghanistan here. They're losing their way here, Afghanistan. What a collapse this has been. They don't have Azmatullah Omarzai today with the bat. So it has to be those inexperienced players who came into the 11 today who have to take Afghanistan over the line. It's pressure time here. 25 needed from 10 balls. How has it got down to this position? That is what Afghanistan will be asking themselves. So Shamar Springer is on a hat-trick. Shahidullah Kamal is the new batter to the crease. Hat-trick ball coming up from Shamar Springer around the wicket. He's bowled him! He's bowled him! There's the hat-trick for Shamar Springer. Oh my goodness! What a turnaround! What a game this is! What a start to this over. Shamar Springer 3 in 3. He's picked up a T20 hat-trick. We saw a hat-trick in the previous game from Mujibur Rahman. And now Shamar Springer himself has picked up 3 in 3. He picks up a T20 hat-trick. A Yorker there has gone underneath the bat of Shahidullah Kamal. And the 7th wicket goes down and a T20 hat-trick. What a moment this is turning out to be for Shamar Springer. Hat-trick in international T20s. Oh my goodness. Oh dear, oh dear. Shahidullah Kamal is out for a first ball duck as well. And Afghanistan are 127 for 7 after 18.3 overs. Well. I just need to take a breath actually. 25 needed from 9 balls now. Mujibur Rahman is the new batter to the crease. I'll just need to give a stat actually. Afghanistan were 74 without loss. From 74 without loss to 129 for 7. That is also okay. 109 for 2 to 129 for 7 now, Afghanistan. Fourth ball of the over coming up. Mujib on strike. Another fantastic Yorker. And Mujib digs it out. More importantly, another dot ball. This has been a spell to remember from Shamar Springer. 25 needed from 8 balls. It's slipping away from Afghanistan now. The game is slipping away. Unless Gulbuddin Naib does something out of somewhere here, this match is over, I think. West Indies haven't won a T20 international at this venue. I think they're going to get it done today. Afghanistan have lost 7 wickets. And Afghanistan have lost 5 wickets in the space of just 20 runs. That's a wide outside the off stump. Given wide by the umpire. So Shamar Springer has to reload that one again. 24 needed from 8 balls now. Mujib has the capability. We have just given a stat that Afghanistan haven't chased above 150 runs successfully in T20 cricket against a full member nation. Looks like it might continue. That's a full delivery again. And Mujib hits it back to the bowler. Another dot ball. 24 needed from 7 balls now. It's going to be pressure on Gulbuddin Naib. He should be on strike for the last over. How on earth has this game turned like this? They needed 78 runs to win from the last 10 overs. At the halfway mark of this innings, Afghanistan were 74 without loss. Last ball of the over coming up. Full and wide again. He slices it away. And that might go away for 4. Yes, it does. So Mujib gets a boundary to finish the over. And still an excellent over from Shamar Springer. 5 runs came from that over, including a hat-trick as well. And Afghanistan are now 132 for 7 after 19 overs, needing 20 runs to win from the last over. This is absolutely unbelievable stuff. West Indies, what a comeback. 20 needed from the last over now for Afghanistan. Basically need 3 sixes. Gulbuddin Naib, he has the capability. He can be a finisher. And I think it's going to be Matthew Ford who will be bowling the last over. Is it going to be Matthew Ford or is it going to be Raymond Simmons? It has to be one of those two. Simple as that for Gulbuddin Naib. He needs to find the boundaries. It's Raymond Simmons bowling the last over. Coming around the wicket to Gulbuddin Naib. And Naib swings it leg side straight to short fine leg. Doesn't take the single. Dot ball to start. 20 needed from 5 balls now. It's crunch time. It has to go out of the ground. Need some sixes here. Second ball of the over. That's another full delivery. Gulbuddin Naib swings it leg side. He's going to push for 2, I think. Surely has to push for 2. Coming back for 2. It's a chance for an out at the non-striker's end. Has Mujib made it back? Raymond Simmons has taken the bails off. The umpire has gone upstairs to the third umpire. They'll have a look at this one. But I think Mujibur Rahman could be in trouble here. They had to push for 2 because you need Gulbuddin Naib back on strike. So they went for the second run. And he's short of his ground here. Mujibur Rahman is short of his ground. But the important thing is that Gulbuddin Naib is back on strike. That is the important thing for Afghanistan. Decision pending. Out it is. So another wicket goes down. Mujibur Rahman is on his way after scoring 4 runs from 3 balls. Is out, run out. And Afghanistan are now 132 for 8. Afghanistan are now 133 for 8 after 19.2 overs. So Abdullah Ahmad Zai is the new batter to the crease, but he's got to be at the non-striker's end. 19 needed from 4 balls. Gulbuddin Naib is on strike. He is the last hope for Afghanistan. in this run chase. Third ball of the over coming up. Full toss, doesn't get timing at all. Is hit it down to long off. They're going to push for 2 again. Surely got to push for 2. And they pick up another couple of runs, but that won't hurt the West Indies one bit. As long as the ball is not going to the boundary, it is their game to win for the West Indies. Oh my goodness, this should be a comeback for the ages, I think, as far as West Indies are concerned. Comeback to remember. 17 needed from 3 balls. This has to go out of the ground. Fourth ball. Full toss. They hit it along the ground to long off. That is it. It's straight to long off. They won't take the run, but it doesn't matter anyways. The game is done mathematically. West Indies, what a comeback. What a win this is going to be for them. This is absolutely fantastic stuff. Absolutely fantastic. They were nowhere. Afghanistan were bossing the run chase, but they somehow have found a way to not get over the line. Now only 2 legal deliveries needed. 5th ball of the over. Another good Yorker. Gulbuddin Naib drives it back to the bowler. Make that another dot ball. It's over now. Just one more legal delivery. West Indies are going to be winning their first ever T20 The West Indies are going to be getting their first ever win in a T20 international at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. Absolutely fantastic stuff here. Yes, Afghanistan have won the series, but West Indies, this is some comeback. Last ball of the match. And it's a full toss. Gulbuddin Naib hits it down the ground to long on. He'll jog through for a single, but it doesn't matter anyways, because this has been a fantastic comeback. Absolutely magnificent from West Indies. What a win this is. They've won this match convincingly by 15 runs. The most unlikeliest of results, when Ramanullah Gurbaz and Ibrahim Zadran formed that opening partnership. But that is what T20 cricket is all about. Any time, any team can make a comeback. And I'm afraid Afghanistan have once again not been able to chase down a total in T20 cricket. This has been an issue with them. They are always good at batting first and setting totals and defending them. But when it comes to chasing down totals in T20 cricket, Afghanistan haven't been able to cross that line. And yet again, we have seen a glimpse of that today. They were 109 for 2 at one stage, Afghanistan. And from there, to not chase this down, clearly, I don't know what is the issue with Afghanistan. But, many people are talking about the rise of Afghanistan cricket. The rise is, they have risen. Obviously, they have improved their game. Leaps and bounds, they have improved their game. But they have improved their game only while batting first. They haven't improved their game while chasing. So that is an aspect of the game which Afghanistan are still not able to get over the line. Afghanistan have won the series today. Afghanistan have won the series 2-1 now. But I guess Afghanistan won the toss and elected to bowl first today only to challenge themselves in a run chase, because they are always setting good totals and defending them. So they wanted to challenge themselves and see how they will chase down totals. But unfortunately, they have failed that challenge today. But a fantastic comeback, absolutely brilliant comeback from West Indies. What a game of T20 cricket we have seen. But it was always, I was always feeling that actually. Because the required, even though Afghanistan had wickets in hand, the required run rate kept on increasing. So the equation was always looking tricky. If you look at the scorecard here, only Ramanullah Gurbaz has scored 73 from 58 balls and Ibrahim Zadran scored 28 from 27 balls. But none of the other batters came to double digits today. And credit has to be given where it's due. Shamar Springer, what a spell from him. Pick of the bowlers for West Indies. 4 for 20 in his 4 overs, including a hat-trick. We have seen 2 hat-tricks in 2 matches in this series. Mujibur Rahman took a hat-trick in the previous T20 match for Afghanistan, and today Shamar Springer taking a hat-trick for West Indies. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Oh yes, West Indies will be disappointed that they lost this series, but this win will surely give them a lot of confidence going into the T20 World Cup, that is for sure. If you look at the Afghanistan innings, overs number 16 to 20, they only scored 33 runs and lost 6 wickets. And that is where the game completely turned. Absolutely unbelievable, actually. The most unlikeliest of results. Somehow West Indies have managed to win this game by 15 runs. A 74-run opening partnership between Rahmanullah Gurbaz and Ibrahim Sadran. The opening partnership of 74 from 61 balls. And at that time we all thought, okay, Afghanistan are cruising in this run chase. Even at the time when Afghanistan were 109 for 2, it was looking as though Afghanistan will surely get over the line. But from 109 for 2, ever since Darvish Rasooli got out, 109 for 2 to 135 for 8. Look at that collapse. They lost 6 wickets for just 26 runs there. And that is where the game completely shifted. And in the end, the West Indies managing to get over the line and managing to win this game. A win for the ages for sure for West Indies. A fantastic comeback. West Indies winning this game by 15 runs. And they have avoided the series whitewash. Afghanistan win the series 2-1, but West Indies have got the consolation win and they will go into the T20 World Cup with a lot of confidence. So we'll be back again to cover more matches in our channel. So until we come back again, please like, share and subscribe to our channel Runs and Views. Take care guys, cheers and good night. Before we go, I just wanted to add another point. This is also the first ever win for West Indies at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium in an international. This is the first ever T20 win for West Indies at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. They have now played 7 matches. West Indies have now played 7 T20 matches at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. They have lost 6, and today finally West Indies have broken the jinx by winning. Finally, West Indies have broken their jinx by winning a T20 match at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. So they have also broken the Dubai curse in that way. They have broken the drought at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. So congratulations to West Indies for that. So I just wanted to mention that as well. So yeah, take care guys. Cheers. We'll be back again soon.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. 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 Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share.